My name is Verkaderk. I was born to father and famed musician Dirk the Furker, and to mother and esteemed chiropractor slash wench, Furk. Thanks to my father's wealth, I was raised in a beautiful home with many servants of birds and squirrels. Soon, my mother realized that the birds and squirrels weren't cleaning, couldn't speak, and were just a bunch of animals that she had trapped in our home. As the youngest in the house, and therefore the least intelligent, it fell to me to kill every last animal. And, just out of spite, my mother hired mercenaries to extinguish any and all birds and squirrels from our land. I awoke every morning not to the sing-song chirping of a blue jay, nor to the raucous cawing of a crow, nay, not even to the horrendous neighing of a Finkelspach jerry killer. I awoke to silence. I dedicated my life to the study of song. I attended the prestigious Bard's College, where I spent 4 years amongst wise owls and wolves that knew no bounds in the field of music. They did little speaking. The lessons were all in experience. Then I realized after the 50th time the wolves tore my clothes to shreds that what I had thought had been some gentle hazing was actually just wild animals trying to kill me, and that I had not attended a prestigious Bard's College, but rather I had just spent 4 years in the woods. I came home and asked my father for 1 million gold pieces to begin my career as a bard.
Excuse me? Oh, my name, funny thing, I don't really know, but you can call me Marnus, as that's what's written, in the area between my lower back and the back of my upper legs. I'm not quite sure what you call that area, but anyway, funny story, I just suddenly came to in the hills, and, I had no memories of, who I was, or in my life at all, and it was as if I just sort of sparked into existence, but I know that can't possibly be true. I attribute it to some sort of amnesia or something like that. What's that? Oh, yes, I am a dwarf. Very perceptive of you. Anyway, I descended the hills and I heard the humming of the nearest town, which turned out to be this town, and I followed the noise and I came to the gate and I walked through the gate. And I heard the laughter and the cheering, and followed that and found my way here, which turns out to be the town tavern. And you wouldn't imagine this looking at me, and much to my surprise, I had on me in the hills when I woke up a purse. And in that purse I found a considerable amount of gold, and I quickly drank through all of that, and what remained I gave away to who you might call the mistresses of the night for their special services, and now I just do menial tasks for this establishment, the tavern, in exchange for the occasional pint of ale, and I live my life of what some might call indulgence. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind just moving your stool so I can mop up that congealed pool of mystery liquid there, I'll just be quick and then out of your way. And of course, I'll get that glass right out of your way.
So I'll just speak into this thing, and it just already. Oh, sorry. My name is Klys. I'm what you might call a goblin. That's what folks who speak the common tongue call me. But to myself, I'm just a. But that's I think that's what you call semantics. I was born and raised to be a berserker in the Goblin King's army. I was but 10 years old when a party of adventurers came through and lopped off his head. So that ended, and I was sort of left adrift. The only thing I really ever learned was to follow orders, and so I had to learn my own rules and way to be, and I feel like what became sort of most important was just that people need to do right by each other. You know, there's lots of cruelty in the world, and why not be kind when we have the choice? When people choose to be cruel, it really makes my blood boil. Makes me think about squeezing their head until their eyeballs pop out, and ripping up their spine, and sucking out the fluid, and just eating their heart raw. So I don't like to do those things. But when people choose cruelty, sometimes they give me, Klys, no choice. And besides that, I just, well, right now I'm sort of looking for a place to belong, a home. Doesn't have to be a place, could be a group of people, a family, really, is what I'd like. Thanks for listening.
Greetings, companion. My name is Drinky Crinklefoot, but I am known throughout the land as Hogman the Intruder! I hail from the small village of Fallen Roost, where the people sing songs of my conquest over a foul duke who tried to, take our things and starve my people. And I was all like, that's not cool. That's the opposite of cool. That's evil! And it is my job as a paladin of the Order of the Light to stamp out the dark. To stamp out evil! So after I kicked the Duke's butt, all was well in the small village of Fallen Roost, until one day a hunting party never returned. So I took it upon myself, as the protector of the village and sworn member of the Order of the Light, to find the missing men and return them safely to their families. And my quest has led me here, to this very tavern, where the men were last seen. And this place reeks of evil! Good ale, though. Thank you. You, Rupert.
Welcome to Dungeons and Devs, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are just a couple of college friends and actors who are going to play some D&D for you tonight. I advise you guys look us up on Instagram. That should be in our bio below. Just follow us for more info. We're going to try and play every week. We've also got a drinking game that kind of goes along with it. As you know, we're here mostly for fun. We're not exactly going to be super close to the rules. Just a heads up. But I think if you guys are ready, we'll just jump right in. So, on the continent of Ivoriat, there are many dangers and many challenges. The world is harsh and often cold. People cope with it in many ways. Art, music, kinship, family. In every town, there is a place where all can be found, as well as a glass of lukewarm ale. In one such town, Peppermill, there is one of these establishments called the Rising Summons. In it, we see a dwarf, sort of raggedly dressed, mopping up after someone's sick, unfortunately. Rupert, would you like to describe your character?
Oh, well, you can call me Marnus. As you can see, I've got a broom here, and I'm sweeping this up, and yes, I'm sure you can tell I am a dwarf. I am a dwarf. Very well, very perceptive, sir. Thank you. I have some magical abilities, and there was, I really just came to suddenly in the woods one day, and so I came down to the nearest town. I didn't know who I was, didn't know what was going on, but I noticed that I had this tattoo on my butt that said Marnus, so I assumed, well, hey, that's probably my name, and then I went into the nearest tavern and got myself a job. I said, I'll do some menial tasks for you in exchange for the occasional pint of ale. And here I am with my mop, and I've been here for a few months now. And
just cleaning up the same spot of vomit.
And I don't, I like it here, and I like my work. I wish I knew who I was and had some memory in the past, but I'll accept life as it comes.
So the bartender of the establishment, this sort of half-orc named Feldor, kind of calls you over for a second. He's like, Marnus, get over here.
Now, excuse me, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah, can you, and he pulls up two surprisingly small glass. For you, they're probably normal sized, but in his hands, they look very tiny. He says, let's go over to that table over there. And you kind of follow his like line of sight with the finger, and you see a sort of goblin with a makeshift hammer, sort of like resting against the table that he's sitting at. Isaac, if you'd like to describe Klys and tell Marnus basically what he sees.
What? Is he frozen?
No, I think he's too far gone.
Oh God.
I don't think he can hear us.
Isaac, are you with us?
I can hear you, but you're not moving.
Okay, that's all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't think we can anymore, though, dude. Okay.
Funny.
So while he's buffering, you see this goblin kind of like resting there. He's got a relatively sort of rust-colored cloak, and he's kind of sitting. He doesn't have like I would say particularly stern look. What you probably mostly notice is a lot of other people in the tavern are kind of eyeing him, sort of like keeping an eye on him. There's not a lot of many armed people in the bar. Like this is mostly, this is a farming town. People, mill pepper and stuff. That's the name, Pepper Mill. Are you back with us, Klys?
Am I?
I mean, we hear and see you fine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. So what is Klys doing at the moment?
Klys is. I don't know where you said I was in the room. If you did, I didn't hear it.
You're at a bar. You're at a bar, and Marnus just brought you over your ale.
Yeah, you said 2 ales for you, sir.
Thanks very much. Klys accepts the ales, but never takes a hand off his warhammer. He knows his kind is not welcome in places like this always. They're being kind here, but he's on high alert just in case.
Well, I see you have a formidable little object there that you seem to be clutching, sir. You can rest assured this is a place that is very open-minded, and we just want you to enjoy your ale, and maybe should my shift get off, at some time, I'll maybe buy you a pint of ales to make you feel even more welcome.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
So you work here, yes?
Oh, I do. I do some, as I like to say, menial tasks in exchange for the occasional pint of ale. And I've been known to be a man of indulgence, and occasionally I will abscond with what is referred to as a lady of the night, and they're very kind to me, and they're good company, and if that's something you'd be interested in, maybe I could put in a good word for you.
I know.
I know a really good.
I know a really good madam. At this moment, sort of the there's a piano in the corner of the bar, and it's sort of like the music in it just sort of like springs to life as you see a woman clad in sort of like blue and green robes. It's like just fucking going to town on the piano, really sort of like setting the atmosphere. Sort of like the low hum of the bar is now kind of like sparked as people's volumes are sort of trying to match the music a little bit. And a lot of people's attentions have now sort of turned away from Klys, sort of like no more wary eyes, sort of the atmosphere has changed a tad.
That's what I was trying to do.
Very nice. After probably about a moment or two, like a minute or two, you are sort of like excused from your mopping duties. Like you've sort of opened, Feldor's prepared to close for tonight, so he kind of like gives you your, Shia LaBeouf Holes-esque drink tokens. It's kind of like, here you go, you get like 2 drinks for the night, kind of a thing.
Shia LaBeouf-esque Holes.
Very niche reference. My apologies.
No, I get it.
A
Perfect reference.
Good reference. An excellent reference.
After about another, like, probably 10 minutes or so, the door bursts open as sort of like, a bit of wind kind of like kicks in, relatively warm place. There's like a fire off to the side by the piano, not next to it because that would be a fire hazard. This place is up to code. And you see sort of standing before you a half elf, very lavishly dressed, sort of like a guitar slung over his back. Spencer, if you'd like to describe Verkaderk, sort of his appearance.
Hello.
Oh,
My name is Verkaderk. Most people recognize me as I walk across the street, not only for my handsome, good looks, which of course come from the genetics of my famous musician father, Dirk the Furker, and my famous chiropractor mother, Verkaderk. Not only for those reasons, but because I am, in fact, a famous musician in these parts, well known amongst all the townsfolk.
Pretty much a lot of the townsfolk kind of look at you, none of them immediately recognizing you. You give me a perception check, actually, Verkaderk.
Of course. It's going to be a 16.
A 16. It's a pretty, sparsely populated bar. There's, 12 people, including servers, and I think one of the servers kind of notices you, recognizes you for a little bit. But most people
Everybody calm down, all right? I just want a drink. Jeez. I see you.
You also notice behind you are sort of two halflings who are kind of peeking in at the door behind you as if they've followed you, perhaps from your last gig.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Hello, sir. Welcome. Can I get you anything?
Listen, I don't want to be too crowded over here.
Of course.
I'll let you in on a little secret.
Please.
I just played a crazy gig, and I have a feeling some people might recognize you. Me, not you.
Me? You mean you think someone might know me?
I don't care who knows you. I'm talking about me.
Oh, sorry.
Someone
My
might
apologies.
recognize- Does anybody know you?
I know him. His name is Marnus.
Oh, I just met this fellow. I served him a pint of ale. He's a little bit worried that he doesn't fit in.
Oh, no, of course you fit in. You are small and wily and very nimble. In fact, there's many use for nimble people amongst us bards. Of course, you must be able to play an instrument. Do you play an instrument?
What's an instrument?
All right, so
What?
guess not. And Marnus, are you of any substance? Does anybody know you? Do you have any fame behind your persona?
Well, I came into town a few months ago, and someone once said to me, "Hey, you, stop doing that in the street. You can't do that in the street. This is a decent place." And that guy seemed to acknowledge me in some capacity.
Okay. Goodbye. I go to the bar to get a drink.
All right. At the bar is a half-orc, sort of very stereotypically kind of washing a glass. That's what this is. Chill out. He's like,
Not fisting
What are you
someone
doing?
behind the counter.
we're very open here. What can I get you?
Well, I would like your finest glass of mead, and I'm talking top shelf.
Well, we don't have any mead. We do have mountain wine, if that's more your speed.
Red or white?
Clear.
So white.
Yeah, white, I
Alright.
guess. Yeah, sorry.
I am intrigued and mystified with your ambiguity. I'll take the clear wine.
All right, he kind of grabs a jug and kind of tips it, as fancifully as he can to sort of impress you. He flips it over his shoulder and pours you a shot and places it in front of you. He's like,
I flip him a
first
coin.
one's free.
Oh, I take the coin back. And I take the drink. And I go back to join Marnus and Klys. And all the while as I'm walking, I'm hiding my face so that nobody recognizes me. But sometimes I stare at somebody and say, and then I go back to them.
One of the people that you stare at is just sort of a dwarven woman is just kind of a little surprised. You guys sit down, commiserate for a tad, and you notice you guys are sort of sitting by a window, and there is a small sort of like set of hands, and someone is like trying to pull themselves up the window to see you, and it seems to be one of those halflings that you saw from outside.
Oh dear. I told you this would happen.
What did you tell me exactly?
Do you not remember any of the conversation we just had?
Well, I mean, things sort of come and go. I'm still figuring it all out.
Okay, strange, but as I said, I just played a gig, and I have a feeling that we might have some followers from the gig. We call them
Now, when you say
stragglers.
played a gig, is that some sort of game reference that I'm not under? Is that some sort of game that you play, perhaps with your buddies? Perhaps you pretend to be other people in this game. Is it some sort of game that you play?
I think it's a dance. It's a dance people do.
A
We
gig?
did one yesterday.
I don't know.
All right. No, I played this. I played my guitar. I played in front of a boisterous crowd. Everybody was going crazy. There were people in the audience who were passing out because they were so intrigued with my music.
Oh, wow. Would you please play something for us?
Well, I don't just play for anybody. Plus, I don't want to gain the attention of everybody at the bar. Then nobody will leave me alone.
No, I understand.
But I suppose I could play one song.
Oh, great. This is, wow.
This is a song. All the best songs require a lot of exposition. And so this is one of them. A couple notches away from my hometown of Verkaderk, there lived a population of dwarves. And they were under the harsh, cruel rule of an evil empress who kept them down and didn't let them do what they wanted to do, man.
Oh.
And so they formed a tribe to rise up against this empress. And they still fight her now. They call themselves the Jeungboiis. But of course, the preferred pronunciation is Jeungboiis. So this is a song for them. I just got off so I'm a little bit rusty. I love young boys, especially the little ones. I love young boys, your freedom will never come. Your caretaker, the Empress, I wish she were dead, so that I could take you all in. We'd frolic in my mansion in half-slumber parties. You're safe, you and your sweet soft skin. Fear not, though I would find work for you. A young boy needs a plan. I'd set you up as squires for powerful knights. A young boy for every man.
Jesus God.
I love young boys, Fear not, we soon will be free. For I, Verkaderk, will take you all in and keep you safe with me. Thank you very much.
Verkaderk, could you make a performance check for me, as there was another musician playing sort of the piano in the bar, so I want to see if you kind of like outshined them a little bit.
Of course I can. Performance is what I do. Give me one moment. All right. That's going to be an 8, but it was a 2.
Okay, hold up, let me...
Oh no.
Okay, she rolled a 2. Let's see what her charisma is. It's not very high, so it's pretty much it was very discordant for a while, as a completely different tempo and tune is being played at one side of the room as you're playing over there, and like the whole room is like, what the fuck is going on? But eventually the pianist just kind of like stops, like throws up their hands like, fucking fine. It's not about me tonight. You all three of you kind of like hear some like coming out from outside as the two halflings, like you just see their hands like sort of fist pumping.
I know them.
At first, I wasn't so sure. You know, it was kind of clashing with the rest of the sounds in the bar. But you know, the more I listened, the more I heard the words, the more I understood, and the more I felt connected and sympathetic, and like maybe I'm one of those young boys, and maybe you could offer me a place.
Always. There's always a place in my hard for young boys.
After the stirring rendition of Jeungboiis, the door sort of opens again to reveal a staunch, very tall, fully armored knight. It looks like, just sort of bearing sort of like a crest on his shield that none of you, I think, would immediately recognize. Maybe if you rolled like a history check, you might recognize where he's from. But Nick, if you'd like to describe,
I don't know anyone.
Ah! Intrusion! Oh no, sorry, no fret, people, at this humble bar. It is just me, Hogman, the intruder.
Wow.
You may recognize me as the paladin of the Order of the Light, folk hero of the small, well, not small, mighty town of Fallen Roost. No, Duke died. I killed him. Saved the people. They got their stuff back. They've got that song about me. The intruder.
What song?
Intrudes. The intruder intrudes.
I've never heard it.
That's literally impossible.
Quick side note.
It was number one on all the
on all the charts.
Quick side note. I say quickly to Klys, just under my breath, like, "Oh wow, kind of seems like the same kind of character."
Only I'm big and strong.
They seem to have similar personalities.
No, but there's a song about me, and he's the one who's supposed to sing songs about me. I have really great hearing.
If he killed his duke, why don't you kill your evil queen?
Yeah,
Well, I would.
I have no idea
but,
what's going on, but that's a great question.
My evil queen, is that what you're referring to?
Yes. It seemed like the problem in the song was the evil queen.
Yeah.
It does seem like that is something that could be done if you take.
I did
this
it.
thing.
Why can't everybody else?
I could totally take her. She's
Really? I don't know. You look pretty scrawny.
Hey, listen to me, hog face.
I've got big armor, big arms.
I
All
don't
right,
like this guy.
gentlemen.
Can I do a perception check to see how scrawny Hogman is or isn't?
I don't think you need to roll for that. I think you can see he's well armored, but you can see some sort of like Shazam muscle. Like it's sort of crowded because his armor is sort of like the Shazam outfit, where it's like very sculpted. Like he might have like a 2-pack, but his armor has like an 8-pack.
Gentlemen, I really don't mean to intrude on your meeting.
I'm just
We do have a policy in this bar, and absolutely no fighting policy. We do have a different route you can take if you wish to fight in this bar. You can do an organized arm wrestle match. Is that something that you two would be interested in?
I don't think so. I don't want to embarrass him.
I'd arm wrestle any guy from here to the other town.
Well, let me just get my boss involved, and he can kind of go over the roles, and you can see. Boss, excuse me.
yeah, Marnus, what is it?
We seem to have two guys that are interested in maybe fighting each other.
Oh no, there's no fighting, but we can get you up a no holds barred arm wrestling competition.
Ah, God.
What's
That's
wrong?
sort of fun.
I go up to Hogman and really discreetly whisper in his ear, "I'll pay you 20 gold pieces to not fight me right now."
Deal.
Say it quieter. Say it quieter.
Deal.
Okay, take these gold pieces. I'm putting them in your hand. All right, now put them in your pocket. And now let's both walk away from each other very discreetly.
I'm really tired from my day of, cutting off heads. So,
Oh, you wuss!
You don't look
Wuss!
tired.
Are
don't
you
look
kidding
tired.
me? This guy just paid me 20 gold coins to throw everything off, and then that's how you treat me? You know what? I'm going to leave it up because I will take the high road because I am a paladin of the Order of the Light, and it is my duty to stamp out the dark.
Did you see him? He was scared. He's a bitch.
So one of the halflings runs in, just busts through the door, and he's like, "You said you talked smack about Verkaderk. I'll wrestle you."
No, Verker, go back home. Your parents want to know where you are.
No, bring it on, kid.
Maybe should.
let's go for it. And he kind of like stands up on the stool and preps himself for it. So if you could roll me an athletics check, Hogman.
Is this one of your young boys from the song?
He wishes he was.
I rolled surprisingly high, so you got your work cut out for you.
Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, hold on. Okay, it's this. Plus 3. 11.
11. You and for whatever reason, the halfling is like fully bodying you as he's like pushing you closer and closer to the edge of the table. I'm going to give you one last athletics check to try and sort of overcorrect.
Thank you.
Wow, this is surprising.
15. I rolled a 15.
Okay, there's sort of like a burst of inspiration, and you push his hand back towards the edge. You got one more roll to try and finish it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Wow, this is
Shit the
close.
bed.
Oh, God,
Shit the
oh,
bed.
God, oh,
Shit the
God.
bed.
Ooh, 21.
All right, and you just sort of slant, you hit his hand on the table, and just like the whole halfling just goes
Flips.
as he sort of slides over.
That's what you get for messing with the intruder.
I go over to Verker to check if he's okay.
Verker, his pride seems to be the main thing that is injured, but he looks up at you and he's like, I wasn't strong enough for you. I'm so sorry.
Chill your dill. Just go home, okay?
Just sign my Adam's apple. Just write it.
All right, I don't have a pen, so I guess I could
Just spit on me.
you really
Wow,
want
they
me to
really
do
like
that?
you.
Okay. Everybody
Spit
look
on it.
away for a moment.
No, I will watch. I won this arm wrestle. I earned the right to watch you spit on this halfling. Oh, come on. Do it with some fervor.
That was it. That's what he gets. Go
Does he
home,
get a little
Verker.
dribble?
He
hasn't earned.
He squats his neck down as much to try and sort of contain it, and waddles out of the bar, and you hear him shouting Dirker, I got it! As the two of them sort of trail off into the night.
That was the goal. That was the goal the whole time.
I think Klys made an interesting observation. Was that one of those boys you were talking about?
No. Those are just those are children from my hometown who.
Do they normally ask you to spit on them?
Yes.
Do they have to be
Your
children?
point.
I thought they were dwarves, not children. That was your way out of this.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Anyway.
Yes.
The name's Verker and Durker. They're from my town. Not children, they're teenagers.
They just look young because they're halflings. They're both 40.
Right.
Oh.
Good. Yes. Yeah.
So
There we go.
after another 15 minutes, sort of some commotion around the bar. After that, people are buying Hogman drinks. People are kind of crying around, just sort of saying, "Hey, yeah, that was entertaining. Good job," stuff like that. When the door opens again, and Klys, you recognize this man. He's sort of very finely dressed, and he's got sort of a red and gold cape, a little sort of hat with a feather in it, and is constantly flourishing his cape literally every step he can take. He makes his way directly towards you. This is your employer, Walter Zusak. And
Excuse me, gentlemen.
And he walks
You're
up and
excused.
he comes up to all of you. He just sits at the table right away and says, Klys, yes, good that you managed to find some other bodyguards. I see you all seem very strapping. This one in particular, and he kind of
Can I get you a drink, sir?
Oh, yes, I'll take your finest mountain wine.
Wait, no one ever offered me a drink. I've been in here for hours.
Is clear okay with you?
I'm pretty sure that's white, but clear is fine.
All right, clear it is.
All right. Now,
I take a clear as well.
What was that? You don't want anything? Okay.
Klys, I'm sure you've told your friend, your sort of mercenary band, but you see, I am Walter Zusak, and I fear that someone may try and... Walter
Oh.
from the...
I thought you meant the thing we drink.
Oh no, it comes from the dwarvish
Did you know
Walt.
we are like 90% water?
Who the fuck is this guy?
It doesn't
I
sound
just
like.
learned that from a sorcerer a couple of
That
rounds.
could be true.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty sure we're like 90% made of sticks. Like I thought that was what the medicine man told me.
Wait,
Sounds
what's
right.
what are you?
The name's Walter. I've hired you all.
Hello, Mr. Water. Mr. Water, I have your clear wine here.
Ah, thank you very much.
Wait,
Have a gr-
what do you mean you've hired us?
Hired.
Oh, you've hired him. Got it.
No. I know I hired you. And he kind of points at Klys, and he's like, I'm looking for protection. In case someone comes and, just sort of stabs me and such.
Who's
Yes.
trying to stab you?
I'm just a local band.
You know, Verkaderk, you're pretty fucking nosy.
My apologies, Water. Continue.
Walter, it's quite all right. I think there may be some misunderstanding. How about this? I am willing to hire all of you. Quite a tidy sum. I could spare 50 gold.
I don't know if you could afford my skills.
I don't know. I've got, and he kind of like pulls out from behind his cloak like a rather large.
Done. I'm hired. Thank you.
Brilliant. Let's just say that they're a very sudden group, and I figured I received a threat that's like, we're gonna kill you tonight, and I'm like, oh, I don't want
Do
to
you
die.
prefer your enemies stabbed with javelins or swords?
I'm not a big blood guy, so if you could stab them with like.
Really? Because you've got blood in you. I passed this sorcerer this one time, and he
Okay.
said the water in us is actually the blood stuff.
Okay, now they're full of shit.
Hey,
We're made of
probably true.
Well, we are,
made of
at
sticks.
some times during the day, we are full of shit, and that is why we use bathrooms.
What's a bathroom?
Get a load of this guy. Stick to the sword, bud.
Just
can I-
sharing
So what do you
facts
need
I
from us?
learned on my travels.
Can I get perception checks from everybody?
You sure can.
Bang, bing, bang, boom, boom, bang.
That's 18.
8.
8. Okay.
16.
16.
17.
17. Okay, everyone but Klys. You see the piano player, sort of the woman in the red dress, is kind of like leaned back up against the window and like is tapping it.
Seems pretty normal to me.
Marnus, you've seen this? I mean, sorry, short guy from the bar that won't bring me any wine.
You say Marnus.
Is that your name?
Sorry, do we know each other?
Not particularly. I'd like to get to know you so you could go get me some wine.
But you haven't met me until now?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've been trying to get your attention for quite some time.
Oh.
Marnus, this is Pigman.
Hey,
Hogman,
man.
the intruder. The whole
Hey,
I thought you
thing.
said your name was Pigman.
No,
Nice to meet you,
Hogman,
Pig.
the intruder.
Pigman.
That's not my name.
Oh yeah, now you know what it feels
I
like.
thought you said it was.
Easy,
Pigman.
Water.
Didn't they say Pigman?
I heard.
Verkaderk, didn't they say Pigman?
No,
I can't
Pig
remember.
face.
the pigs are also Hog.
Pig
but Hog
face, I'm so sorry.
No.
Pig face, that's
No.
my
Pig
fault.
face.
is an actual nightmare.
As you guys are arguing, the door bursts open as 4 sort of lightly armored, like it looks sort of like patchwork. It almost looks like their armor is quilted. And they sort of like all pull out daggers and they kind of turn, and the woman at the piano just kind of stands up and points and says, Zusak, your time is up!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh
Hey,
shit. oh
Water,
shit, oh
are
shit.
these the guys who
What
you
does she mean by
hired us to protect you from?
Yeah, pretty much them. I need everybody to
God.
What a
Right.
coincidence that we're
He's
all
been
here
playing in this
together
bar
now.
this whole time I've been here. This is insane.
I rolled 2.
A 2 for Klys.
For
Verkaderk. A 2 for
Verkaderk.
Verkaderk.
I got a 17, not a 2.
A 17 for Klys. My apologies.
You're good.
I rolled a 19.
That's a 7 from me.
7 for
last.
What was that?
All right. Hogman, As you are sort of a battle hardened individual. Also, I think you can take us to the map right now.
My sword is big.
My sword is big. My heart is wide. But Hogman, you kind of like jump sort of up first. You are first in the initiative order. What would you like to do?
Nearest guy, let's go hit him.
All right.
I'm going to move to, because I can move my guy, right?
Yeah, you can totally move him.
Let's go this guy. He looked ballsy. What? I'm here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yep, that should be fine.
Okay. And I'm going to attack with my sword.
All right.
I have to look up here. There it is. My long sword from 5 feet. Here we go. Yes. So here we are. I'm rolling this. An 8. That was a bummer of a roll.
You kind of like, as you rush over, you kind of like proudly like and swing, but realize that you're like next to a table with patrons.
Oh.
And you so you kind of like, oh, actually hold up, and he quickly sort of parries with his dagger and like readies his own stance.
Rat bastard. Okay.
At this point, it is now the piano lady's turn. She kind of boop, 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 boop. And she's gonna like hang back here actually, and sort of like starts curling her hands together as this like little flame appears, and then it bursts out of her hand as it heads straight for Zusak.
Oh dear.
Right, that is a 12 to hit, which is enough to hit him, and it sort of blasts him up against the wall as he is now pretty injured, and his like fancy cloak is on fire as he's trying to like quickly take it off to keep himself alive. Klys, you sort of see all this happen. What do you do?
I say, I was making friends, and I go into a rage.
All right.
If I can, I would like to vault this table and go right for the lady that shot the fire thing at. 1, 2.
Can
3,
you
4,
make me
5.
an athletics check?
Yeah, I can. That is a 15.
That is more than enough. You kind of like use your hammer and like swing over and like sort of in one motion to kind of like slam it down on her. If you can make an attack roll for me.
And this is going to be reckless.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Reckless and feckless. That's reckless. That's an 8.
That is an 8. Unfortunately, that does not hit. Your hammer bong, just slams right into the piano, leaving a huge dent as piano wires just like start spilling out, completely unhinged. Next up is the goons. The goons, one of them just makes a beeline. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can make it to Zusak. This one goes for Verkaderk, and this one kind of goes to help out his buddy with Hogman. So Hogman, we got 2 people swinging at you. Do you have your shield out? Hey Stream, if you could comment in the chat that you can or can't hear us, that would be dope.
I can hear it. I can hear it if I unmute it.
I can hear it if I unmute it.
Yeah, Nick, you just need to get your ears checked.
Oh.
I can hear it too.
Listeners were coming in and out.
All right, well, let's power on through for now, just through this combat. Do you have your shield out? All right. So then one of them misses, but the other one manages to like sort of get under your sort of chest plate. And you take, now he's just using a dagger, so you shouldn't be in too much trouble, but you do take max damage of 5.
Jesus.
So he like nicked an artery. All right. All right. Next up is the one that's attacking a Verkaderk. Verkaderk does a 14 hit.
Yes. Fuck.
All right. He also manages to sort of like cut at your arm somewhat. You take slightly less damage though with 3, which I still think is a lot for you though.
A lot for me, yes.
All right. And the other one is going for Zusak, and he rolled a 1. So he actually just sort of tripped on his way over, and he is now prone as he just kind of fell straight on the ground. All right.
He slipped in the sick.
He slipped in the sick that Marnus has been cleaning up for a month.
Sorry, I meant to get to that.
Marnus, it is your turn.
Oh, fellas, we have a strict no fighting policy. You can arm wrestle all you want, but no fighting. I cast, seeing that that's not working.
No, yeah, they seem to be pretty determined.
I cast prestidigitation to make it sound like local law enforcement is running down the street.
Ooh, okay. Can you make I'm going to say a spell, like for the function of this, can you make a spell attack roll?
Yes.
Because I think you can affect probably, like you're probably going to be casting it like right around here, I assume.
Which is a 1d8, yes?
No, you're going to roll a d20, and I think for you it's like you add 4 or 5.
Oh, gotcha. My spell attack bonus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's a 15, sir.
That's a 15. Okay, you cast this sort of spell, and though there are hand movements coming from you, two of the guys just sort of turn as they hear this like hop 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 sound, and they're like, "It's the cops, man! You said there wouldn't be cops!" And the lady's just like, "No, you fools!" But we will see how they react on their turn. Verkaderk, it's on you.
All right.
You've got sort of like a knife in your shoulder.
Fucking Christ. Who's the one who hurt me? Is it this man to my right?
Indeed, it is.
Bastard, I stare at him, and I stare at him with evil eyes, and I cast vicious mockery.
All right, what do you say to him?
You potato! I will take an arrowroot and a sugar snap pea and make you eat it. I will watch as you shovel it down your throat, and then I'll reach down your throat and take it back out and stick it up your butt.
And what is your spell save DC for that?
Give me one moment.
Sure thing.
That is going to be a 14.
14, he does not pass as he suddenly just his head, he's like, "Oh no, I hate sugar snap peas." So if you could roll a d4 for that damage for me, please.
Of course. It's going to be a 4, baby.
Oh, max damage. We love max damage. All right, he's kind of like, his head, he's just kind of like holding his knife like, "Oh, what have I done?" That's Verkaderk. Hogman.
Wait, can I do one more thing?
Certainly.
I just want to cast Bardic Inspiration for Hogman.
All right, Hogman, you are inspired.
I feel inspired.
So what that means is you can add a d6 to any d20 roll you do. So if you roll an attack roll and you're like, "That's not going to make it," you can roll a d6 to maybe help you make it.
Let's see.
All right, and it is your turn now.
Where is this lady who is casting fire?
She is right up next to Klys. Oh, also at this moment, like the townsfolk are like,
great.
They're all like
I'm gonna
running
hold
away.
this table and go to cut her head off.
All right, the guy is going to try and take an attack of opportunity at you as you leave him. That is a miss, and for the other guy, that is also a miss. So they kind of like claw at you with their daggers, but you kind of like leap over the table.
I'm too good for you, idiots.
Can you make a quick athletics check for me?
Yes, I can. If you'll allow me to look at my athletics, which is, here we go, 8.
8. You. I'm gonna say you. Unfortunately, it takes all of your movement. Like you go to leap and you're just like you get totally winded. You're like, but you get to the other side, okay, and you are sort of like face to face with her, but you're a little winded because the armor's
so
heavy.
I can't attack?
No, you can, but that took up all of your movement.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Am I still at 5?
Yes, you are still at 5. Would you like to take your?
Can I lay hands on myself?
Yes, I think that's going to be an action though, so you won't be able to attack.
Oh, wait, never mind. I want to attack.
All right, go for it.
16.
That hits. If you would roll for damage for me, please.
Yes, I can. And I think it's a 1d8 plus 3. 8.
8. Very nice. You straight up, like, as you come over the side, she sort of like laughs at you for a second, like, wow, that took a lot out of you. And you're like, this takes a lot out of you. And you
I'm
just
a big guy.
And you just stab her right in the chest. You said that was 8 damage?
Yes, it was.
She is looking pretty haggard after that and kind of like, ugh! Sort of like looks at her blood.
Take that, wench.
Kind of like freaks out and utters a small incantation as out of her hand, this sort of like powder, sort of just like this prismatic powder just sort of shoots in front of you and Klys. So one moment, please. I've got to roll some d10s here.
What is this stinky powder?
This stinky powder.
It reeks of evil.
So that's 10, 18, 21. 21 plus. Okay. So both of you are then blinded as this powder gets in your eyes. And unfortunately, neither of you can see at the moment.
Damn it.
Help, I'm blind. What is this? What is this sorcery?
She then kind of rotates out. Both of you will get attacks of
tell
opportunity.
her she can rotate it and sit because I am blind.
Both of you are going to get attacks of opportunity, but you will have disadvantage because you can't see her. You just sort of hear her moving away.
Do we do that now?
Yes. Go for it.
Can I do it recklessly?
I don't know if you can recklessly.
I don't know if I can either. It's okay.
I'm gonna say for this, no, because
that's okay.
Because you recklessly attacked on your last turn. We'll say. I'm sure someone in chat is gonna tell me I'm wrong.
That's a 12 for me.
Okay, that hits. She's a lady in a dress. She's not exactly wearing thick armor. Hogman.
I fixed the sound issue.
Sweet, thanks, man.
What do you want? What is my name?
Attack.
No one
roll
says
twice.
Intrude apart.
Roll twice, but take the lower result.
Me roll twice.
Me roll twice.
Okay, first one is 11.
Okay.
Second one is 2.
All right, now you can use your bardic inspiration if you'd like.
Is this because I'm getting attacked?
No, she's like sort of. You get what's called an attack of opportunity. Basically, she's like running away from you, so you can kind of like swipe at her.
But I get the lower of the 2 or the higher of the 2?
You get the lower because you've been blinded by her sticky powder.
I want to use my bardic inspiration.
All right, go for it.
And how? What do I do?
Oh, roll a d6 and add it to the 2.
Okay. 8. So yes.
8. So yes. Okay. What's your like attack bonus thing? Like for your sword, is it like a +2, +3?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a +5.
Okay, so that hits. So if you could roll damage as well, both you and Klys.
Please allow me to.
8 damage.
8 damage.
4.
-4. That is enough. You kind of like neither of you can really see, but you both hear her, and I'm gonna say that like Klys just sort of like swings wildly and goes for like her knees, which sort of knocks her down, and you kind of like hear the thud, Hogman, and just go and just sort of stab, and both of you make contact. Which of you would like to make an intimidation check? To maybe like because you just killed their leader, so they're all kind of the Goonies are now freaking out because of also the what's it called, our dear friend Marnus's
intimidation would
Pigface made the killing blow, so Pigface should.
It's Hogman.
Sorry, Hogface.
Way to go, Hogface or Pigface or Pygmalion. whatever.
You
Pygmalion,
sons
that's
of...
good.
Is intimidation charisma?
Yes, it is.
That's what I thought. 16.
16. All right. So you kind of just finish stabbing, sort of wipe off the powder, and Klys, it is now your turn.
Wait, so I didn't intimidate?
No, you did that, and like they're now like freaking out. Like they're all kind of like, oh shit, what do we do?
Fear me, bandits.
But Klys, it is now your turn.
Will it take a whole action to try and wipe the powder from my eyes?
It will. It's magical
okay
powder. It's magical powder, so it's
Oh.
gonna stay on until your next turn.
I see.
Evil
Well,
magic
I
powder.
think the only thing I think I would try to wipe the powder from my eyes, even if it doesn't work.
All right. Yes, Klys is
uh,
trying to get that sticky powder out.
But I want to be shouting as I'm doing this. Your witch is dead. Flee with your lives.
All right. If you would like to make an intimidation check with advantage, because Hogman had a successful one.
Thank you. My charisma's negative, so let's see what happens.
Still, a scary little green man is going to be something to reckon with.
I have lots of charisma. I'm super charismatic.
It's a 15.
15. All right.
Verkaderk, you look like you're about to cry.
I'm just so moved by how well you're working together.
it is now the goon's turn. This one over here by Zusak, kind of. I'm gonna roll to see if he's even gonna fucking try, because you guys scared the shit out of them. So if he rolls higher than a 15, he'll go for it.
And here are the cops, right?
Yeah, he heard the cop. Like this dude is scared shitless, and he rolled a 2. So he's gonna spend his whole turn getting the fuck out of Dodge. So he gets up 5, 10, 15. That's literally as far as he can move because he was prone. The others, however, they all managed to get out. They all managed to get out with no issue. And this one's going to run away from you, Verkaderk. You can make an attack of opportunity if you would like. It has to be with a weapon, though, not your vicious mockery.
Damn it.
But you will have advantage because you viciously mocked him.
All right. Should I just let him go?
I mean, that's up to you.
I look around to the boys, my new fellowship, my boon companions, and I say, should I just let him go?
We have an absolutely no fighting policy in here.
All right. Due to policy, I
My
guess
fear
I
is
will.
that they will return, and with them, more people will come.
All right, I
More
run up on him
evil.
and I bonk him on the head with my guitar.
All right, if you could make a guitar attack for me with advantage.
Of course.
Hoot hootin'.
course.
What you
Neat.
drinking, James?
I'm drinking strawberry White Claw. My least
Sponsored
favorite.
by Strawberry
Sponsored by-
White Claw.
My least favorite.
This Dungeons and Dragons battle brought to you by Strawberry White Claw. Now back to our scheduled programming.
What'd you end up rolling, Verky?
An 8.
An 8. And that's with advantage.
Yes.
Did you roll an 8 on the die, or is that with your attack bonus and everything?
No, that's with my attack bonus.
Oh, woof. All right. So you swing with your guitar, and you just totally fucking whiff it, and he manages to get out of the establishment as well.
I turn around and I say, I had a change of heart and I wanted to let him go, so...
Yeah,
That's very
real
merciful
smooth.
of you.
All right. Marnus, it is your turn. What
We
would you
all
like to
saw
do?
what happened.
Oh my. There's only that one guy left.
Yeah, he was on the ground, so he's like fucking scrambling for the door. You hear him be like, wait for me!
I'm saying, yeah, and don't you come back into here with your rebel-rousing miscreant behavior. This is an establishment of peace. We're peaceful folk in here. And I go over to him, and I just sort of try to drag him out the door.
All right, can you make a strength check for me, please?
Sure can. I don't think it's very impressive, my strength. It is not, but we'll see what happens.
You never know.
That would be a 1.
So you like grab at his coat, and he just like, get off me, you little man!
I can
I
help.
said, hey,
I can help.
respect the barkeep, mister.
Hey, I can help you. Let me help.
I can get out the door on my own, man.
Okay. Just leave.
Verkaderk, is there anything you'd like to do, or are you just going to let this guy go? Verky?
Don't hear you. We don't hear you.
There we go. I wait for him to look at me, and then I just give him like a disapproving, just that my father used to give me.
Fair enough. All right, and he manages to make it out the door, and that'll be the end of combat. You can get us off the map then.
Allow me to get us out of combat.
I apologize.
Zusak is sort of removed his burning cloak and is sort of like wiping the ash from off of his himself, and he says, "Listen, I'll be honest with you, boys. You saved my life, and that means something to me." And he hands each of you 50 gold. So, wherever you're putting your gold, feel free to add 50 to it.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Thank you, sir.
On top of the 20 gold Verkaderk gave me when I first came in.
And
you all see as like genuine sort of like emotion on his face as he's just like, there's more money where that came from. They've kidnapped my father. These bastards. We slighted the bandits quite a while ago and thought nothing of it. And they came in the night and they kidnapped my father. And I was selfish. I thought, I have to save my own life, but your heroism has...
Limits. Oh, sorry.
Changed me? I'm still going to pay you. Jesus Christ.
Oh, more money? Sounds good.
Yes.
I get him another clear wine.
Oh, thank you.
How did you slide? How did you?
One myself, please.
You don't want anything face?
No, Marnus. After battle together, I think we'd get past this game of cat and mouse you've been playing with me.
I'm sorry, I'm a little hard of hearing.
Poppy
You
wants.
don't want anything, big face?
Poppy.
Papa wants. Good, Marnus. Get the man some clear wine. It's quite good.
Oh, of course, Mr. Water.
That's all right.
How did you slight the bandits?
Sorry. They resided in... Yes. They resided in a mine. A mine? Sorry. They resided in a mine near town, and we closed off the mine unwittingly, killing several of their dastardly band.
Water, I am sorry that you've been through this, and after this harrowing experience, I'm willing to pledge my guitar to your side for at least the next day.
That's all right. That's fine. I'll pay for that day. Come, let us go and save my father.
I'll never leave your side. Let's go.
You guys have a good time. I have a good job here. I can't exactly just leave.
I give Marnus 20 gold pieces. Let's go.
How many of those bandits died in the mines?
Like 2, 5, I don't know. I'm not a bandit man.
You don't know. You took life, and you don't know.
I wasn't sure.
You took life, and you don't know.
I grab Klys by the shoulders and I start running.
I start to swing at him.
No.
Please, if you'd like to arm wrestle the man, just say so.
Please. Listen,
right.
buddy.
Klys, if you could make an attack roll for me.
This is reckless. I'm raging. This
Yeah.
The whole hog.
Oh, God.
Why?
But it's reckless. That's a 17.
You fucking you clobber him right in the face. If you'd like to roll damage, lethal or non-lethal. I mean you're raging, so I don't know what your deal is.
This is lethal, and it's 10 was the damage.
10. All right, he's gone. You smack him right in the head as he just slumps onto the floor. Feldor, the sort of orc bartender, is just like,
God.
"Oh my lord, What have you done?
He was an evil
swear,
man.
sir, I told them,
He was
sir,
an
that
evil,
there-
heartless
I
man.
told them. I tried to tell them, sir, that there was no fighting.
Jesus Christ, Klys, I've seen some crazy things in my
All of
day.
you get out now, or I'm calling the guards.
Great.
Sir,
Let's
sir.
go.
All of you,
Funny on
Marnus,
the
you
news.
two, get out!
But I didn't have anything to do with this.
You
Get
haven't
out of
happened
here.
to see some people from Fallen Roost, have you?
Get out of here!
This job is all I have, sir.
Understandable.
That's all I have.
I can't be in the newspapers. But goodbye. I go straight for the door to leave.
All right,
I leave as well.
all right, both of you leave.
I guess I head out too.
This
Head
job
low.
is all I have, sir.
Marnus, I'm sorry, man. You fuck. He kind of. There seems to be a bit of regret in his voice. He's like, Marnus, I got it. You were seen with him. You guys were on the same team. You gotta go.
What am I
Maybe-
gonna do?
I don't know. Go to the.
I'm not a fighter.
I tell you what. Here, and he gives you a map, sort of the general area, and he's like, if you go, there's a tavern outside town. It's called the Hanging Lamp. If you go there, there's a guy. He's a friend of mine. He can maybe give you some work, but you got to get out of here.
Oh, well, okay.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, this is terrible. But I'm sorry,
I
kid.
poke my head back in and go, Marnus, you coming?
I'm gonna say that actually doesn't happen.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I guess this is goodbye. You're the person who I remember the most in my life, being that I don't remember most of my life.
I'm sorry, Marnus. Stay safe out there. Stay away from that fucking goblin.
I love you.
Thanks,
You know?
Thanks, man.
That's all you have to say.
Well, I met you like a month ago. You're nice.
I say I love you, and you say thanks, man.
I feel you. I love you like a brother.
Oh, is that what most people say?
I lean over to Hogman and I say, oof.
I don't
Did I
think
do
we're
something
seeing
wrong?
this happening. We've already left.
I don't know much about.
No,
You
we're
could
just
just
waiting
world-
by the door.
You can just feel his rejection.
I don't really know how people interact with each other. Is this normal?
It's normal enough. It's normal for us, Marnus. I'm sorry. I don't know how to deal with emotions. I'm like, I pour myself into my job. You know what it is. Like the only thing I love is this place.
Don't abandon me.
You sound like Tony Soprano running
Jesus
bottom
Christ.
Manus, just get out of here.
No,
He grabs a rock and throws it. He's like, get out of here. And he's crying. He's just like, hey, get out of here.
Oh, why are you doing this? And I leave totally jilted, totally scorned, totally betrayed.
All right. Marnus, as you open the door and you kind of you give one last look back as you step forward and sort of expecting soft earth and mud, your foot touches wood as you close the door behind you. And you see Verkaderk, Hogman, and Klys also standing sort of just in front of you. I think their backs might be to you as they're just kind of looking around. And all four of you are not outside of the tavern that you were just in. You are now inside another tavern, a completely different tavern. They're sort of it's filled with tieflings, people with red skin and horns. There are a couple gnomes. This is the temperature has totally changed. You guys were sort of near the mountains. This is a lot warmer. People this tavern is thriving. It's the middle of the night. You kind of look around and you see a sign over the bar that says the Delirious Bean.
I open the door to see if we can go back.
All right. You open the door and you see nothing. It looks black. It just looks black as pitch.
What the fuck is going on?
Where are we?
Was the last bar connected to another bar? Is this one of those bars within a bar?
No,
I go up
I've
to
been
one
to
of the
places-
gnomes, one of the aforementioned gnomes, and I shake him by the shoulders and I say, "Where are we? And also, do you know who I am?"
We're in this place. I forgot the name of the town. We're in
This
I've never
gnome's no
heard
good. I
of this
have a
before.
massage. Grab another one. Where
in,
are we?
Well, we're in Gatville, just south of the bog. This is
Why
This
do
is-
all the gnomes here sound like they have lupus?
'cause we all do, you insensitive prick.
Sorry.
Hogman, apologize.
I'm
Big
sorry.
face, say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Why do I keep saying Jesus? I don't know who he is.
I asked the gnome guy, is this part of, did Mr. Flender, I forget his name, Mr.
Water.
Flender, what is it?
Water.
Flounder.
No. The bar owner of the last bar.
Feldor.
Oh.
Did
Flounder.
Mr. Feldor expand onto this bar? Where are we?
You're in the...
I've already forgot what the fucking gnome
The
sounds like.
delirious bean.
You're in the Delirious Bean, my friend. I've never heard of any Feldor. Perhaps you mean Melmore. He's the one hosting the drinking contest over there.
Where is he?
And you see a
Anybody
big,
wanna
Just told me
arm
where he
No thanks. I'm just here for the cards, the
Okay.
card game.
and you see sort of off in the corner, sort of where he was pointing, a dragonborn, like a black dragonborn, with like a series of pints in front of him, and like two people are being escorted away, like sort of on their friends, like I thought I could outdrink him, as they're all kind of walking away. And he's got like a little wooden sign over him that says like, if you can outdrink me, I will. And it's like every time someone walks away, he puts like another tally on the board. And he's like, I'll pay, and now it's up to like I'll pay you 50 gold. So like it seems like he's beat 50 people.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on, but something
he have
tells
to
me
Seems
we
like a
should join this
drinking
drinking
competition
contest.
that I would like to partake in.
All right, come on over, friend.
Don't
Name's
call me
No-
friend. Forced familiarity is rude.
All right, stranger. Would you like some of our finest? We've got the Fava Chianti. It's sort of like it's a bold red.
Boy, would I.
All right.
Last
all right.
bar I went to, it took me hours just to get one drink.
Shame to hear that.
And
Well,
the
here,
bartender got fired that night. Now he's here with me.
the drinks are free as long as you can sort of keep up with me.
Oh, I can keep up.
All right. So you engage in this drinking contest. While he's doing that, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I just I put my shawl on and I sort of just watch, and I'm still weary of people who might recognize me.
Is that Mickey's?
Did it?
I take I still have one of those coin tokens that Mr. Feld gave me.
Yeah.
And I go up to the bar and see if I can get any drinks for it.
All right. You see a human man, sort of very dark hair,
Dark Hale.
and he's like, "Hi, the name's Elliot Draper. What can I get you?"
Elliot Draper, what will this
Any
do?
relation to Don Draper?
Never heard of him. Would you like my new product? I call it. What were the
Haven't heard
cigarettes in that
man's
show?
mad, sorry.
And he's like, "What can I get you, friend?"
Well, I just like the dirtiest, strongest beer you got. Something with a lot of lees at the bottom, you know what I'm saying?
Like tea or like? I tell you what, I'll brew something up for you. He kind of like he goes over and kind of like makes you like a little cocktail, and he's like, "Can I interest you in my business? I'm kind of like I bartend on the side. I sell wrapped leaves, and you kind of light them up and smoke them. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?"
What's the strongest drink you serve?
The strongest drink we've got is the boot, is what we call it.
I'll take one of the boots.
All right, and he kind of tosses the drink away and grabs sort of a tap and slides a tankard under it and sets you up. And it is like glittery, like it looks like you're drinking. You know those weird toys that you would get in middle school, and it was like you put your fingers in it and you could like slide it, not like a Chinese finger trap, but like one of those like gel things. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like you're drinking the liquid inside of that. Doesn't matter. And he's like, "All right, that'll be this is one of the big ones, so that'll be about 3 gold, bud."
Okay. There you go.
All right, and mark off that 3 gold, and you drink it, and it tastes like fire.
Oh my god!
But it is strong, and sort of like as soon as you drink it, you kind of start to feel it a little bit.
Oh, wow! This is great. Thank you.
Anytime, bud. Back over to Hogman. You have probably drank about 3 or 4 pints back to back to back with this Dragonborn. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Keep them coming, barkeep. Constitution. Here, hold on. Let me look at my butt. And I don't have any Constitution for.
So you, after 4, unfortunately, maybe it's because you were bleeding, that your blood alcohol content is like almost 1 at this point. You're just like, and he's like, listen, bud, I'm gonna cut you off. Can I call you?
Guarantee you get cutting me off when I've entered a competition.
I tell you what.
Translation. I get to keep going. And then can I lay hands on myself?
Yes, you can. If you use all 5, of them, you can cure yourself of your drunkenness.
I do it.
All right, so you touch yourself and then just, and you are sober as a fucking goose. You are like, I'm back, baby.
I have a little bit of magic thing. You're fucked.
Hey, dude, that's. I don't know if that's fair, but
fair is fair in the world of where we are.
Are you sure you're not still drunk?
No.
All right, and you guys continue drinking. Over to Verkaderk and Klys. What are you two doing?
Did I do something wrong back there?
Well, I think you did something right. And let's just leave it at that.
Thanks.
Of course. Now I am actually getting kind of jealous that all the attention is away from me. And so I do pull out my guitar and try and play for coin. In the background, of course.
All right, yeah. If you could give me a performance check, please.
Easily. Give me one moment.
The bandits were the Jeungboiis, and he was the queen.
The 19.
All right. You are killing it. Basically, you're jamming on Jeungboiis. You're maybe playing you're maybe playing like a sort of impromptu rendition of sort of the last fight you were just in, and you like maybe every so often you like show off your scar, like, oh, I was stabbed right here, but the music, man, or whatever, and you're like you're going off, and you end up making about 10 gold off of your performance. Like enough
Holy
people are like, fuck yeah,
shit.
yeah, it was pretty good.
God damn it.
All right, Klys, how about you? What are you doing?
I'm enjoying the music.
All right. Cutting back to Marnus, you and Elliot Draper are just kind of hanging out, and he's like, so, what do you think about roll-em-up leaves is what I'm calling them. Roll-em-ups. When you roll them up and you smoke it.
Where am I?
You're here.
Are you sure you have no relation to Don Draper?
Never heard of him. You're in the Delirious Bean. You're in the Delirious Bean here in Gatville. Best bar in town. What can I get? You want some? Yeah, Gatville.
Gagville?
Gat.
Do you take that for a headache? Take it for a headache.
We just came through that door.
Yeah, that's usually how most people get in.
Well, what's outside?
I heard it, Isaac.
The rest of Gatville.
Well,
no, don't go too far south, though. You'll hit the bog.
When we opened the door, there was nothing but blackness. We came from a different town, through a different door.
It's true, we did.
All right. Sounds like some magical shenanigans. You guys seem like the arcane type. Maybe you guys, if you guys are big teleporting types, what if I give you my roll-em-ups and you start selling them? I could give you a pretty tidy commish.
What's a commish?
A commission. Like, you sell a roll-em-up, I give you like 10%.
What is this? Like
what's
a
a percent?
pyramid scheme?
No, it's perfectly legal.
Oh. Okay, I did just lose my job.
That's what I like to hear. And he hands you just like a small box that like leafs open, and it's just got like tons of these poorly rolled, basically cigarettes.
And who do you want me to sell them to? The patrons?
Nah, don't sell them here. I got in trouble the last time I was selling to people, but just go out and sell them. Go out to Gatville, sell them in the black void you came from.
My friend, hold on. My friend wants to say something to me. What is it, Pigface?
I don't respond because I don't recognize that name.
Did you have something to say?
I'm drinking over here. Can't hear you.
Sorry, it seems like he wanted to say something to me. I go up to Verkaderk and Klys. Well, it was nice knowing you guys. I just got myself a new job.
Wait, what's your job?
I am a cigarette salesman.
What's a cigarette?
You never had a cigarette?
Here.
Hey, they're called roll-em-ups. They're completely different from cigarettes.
Klys, I can sell you a cigarette if you want to try.
Listen, I jump in between them. Marnus, you are obviously very distraught right now, and I feel as though you've been easily swept into a terrible, terrible scheme. Instead, I say give that man back the roll-em-ups, and I will give you my 10 gold pieces that I made during my playing, and you can go buy yourself a few drinks and feel better.
Oh, wow. That is really, really persuasive.
Here you go, young dwarf. I know you're kind way.
Well, Klys, were you interested in buying a cigarette?
No, that's what... don't sell the cigarette. You have to give them back.
What's it like?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. You want to try one with me?
I sort of do. When you try.
All right, that'll be... How much is it per cigarette? I talked to the barkeep.
As much as you can get.
One high five for this. Is that good?
What's a high five?
Well, I'll put my hand out like this, and you'll indicate that you're my friend by putting your hand on my hand.
I grab his hand.
That's not it, but that is close enough, and I feel like I have a friendship, and I am willing to give you things in exchange for friendship. So here you go.
Thanks.
I take it and I eat it.
It tastes like leaves and paper, which I don't know how Klys feels about that, but that's what it tastes like.
Not bad. Sort of a snack for on the road. Is that the idea?
I
Chewy.
don't think that's what you were supposed to do with it. Pigface, do you want a cigarette?
Sorry, what? You mean
at this point, Hogman has had a couple more drinks. Hogman, if you can make another Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, thank God.
I do go back up to the barkeep and I say, look, I don't know that I'm really cut out for this.
I'm kind of getting that vibe too. I think I'll take those back. What'd you get there, bud?
A 5.
You are fucking shit-faced, bro. And at this point, he says, "Look, pal, I'm cutting you off. I really appreciate it." And he kind of goes,
said to want to.
"Boys, if you could do it." 2 other Dragonborn kind of saddle up, and they're like, "He said you was done, so you's done."
Dogface is never done. And I
tell you
pull
what,
my sword, and I tap the table with it, and I said, "Another barkeep." Wait, and then I stick my sword at him, and I go, "You've been pouring shots. Let me taste one of the shots that you've been pouring."
Well, he looks at the 2 guys with him. He's like, I don't know why you want to.
Because I want to know if I'm getting as hammered as you're getting.
Hey, man, look, if you want to, I can cut you in. I can't give you the full 50, but I can give you like 20 gold if you just pretend that I beat you.
I don't pretend, because pretending is lying, and lying is evil.
God. All right, Mr. Religion. Oh, I'm so drunk. He outdrank me. Oh,
I did it!
And
Very nice.
You now have an extra 50 gold on you.
Yes!
Wow.
Very,
Good for
very
Pig
nice.
Face.
Hogman!
Hogman.
Big
Hogman.
face,
Yeah.
big face, big
Hog
face.
face.
Hey.
Some of the gnomes come up and they're like, "Wow, I didn't know where that was." Wow, that's so good. That's so crazy that you beat Elmore.
And
This is a different gnome.
The voice throws me so much that I turn around and swing. I go, "What is that?"
Luckily, he's quite short, so you swing over him. But my goodness, how long do you guys spend in the tavern? Like, do you guys spend the rest of the night here, or do you
No,
guys?
I drunkenly go, "Boys, let's stumble into let's go find another barkeep. Beat the little boy I beat. Where's the next tavern?"
Well, I mean, there's a. You can
Did
always
I say when's the next tavern?
You did. Well, I know that we have last call and then beds in about an hour, but I know there's another tavern called the Inky Spot
Let's go to the Inky Spot, boys.
down the lane if you want.
Boys, thank you. Thank you for the great times, but I will be going home, actually.
Where do you live?
Your loss.
I live in Verkaderk.
Where's Verkaderk?
It's a couple notches away from where the Jeungboiis are.
I wish I had a home.
I wish I had a home too.
Well, come to my house. I have a mansion.
You mean it?
And you
I
can
mean,
mention.
Sure.
I have a really
For a
few
big
days.
hut in Fallen Roost. If you guys want to come back to my place, it's only.
He says he's got a mansion.
No, I'm going with Verkaderk.
You can come too, Hogman.
Do you mean it?
Yeah, sure.
Look,
But this is
that
like a
means lot.
short-term
The
thing.
people have stopped singing my song in Fallen Roost for about 2 years now. I feel
Oh, no.
like
He's-
a real deadbeat.
He's drunk sad, guys. He's
God,
drunk sad. Be
They
really
used
nice
to sing
him.
my song nightly, and now it's once every anniversary.
We can
of
sing
the-
the song for you, Verkaderk.
We'll sing the song. How's
Well,
it go?
it doesn't even seem like you guys know my song.
No, we know it. We could sing it.
We can make a new song.
Sing it.
Really?
Yeah, let's sing
Yeah.
Hogman's song together.
Yeah,
Do you mean it?
Yeah, of course.
It might be a regional variation,
Hogman just
different.
starts sobbing, crying. Don't really mean a lot to me.
Okay.
He cries
Here
like
goes.
this.
Hogman. Oh,
You guys don't know this
Oh God.
Did you just write a new song for me?
Yes.
I feel like I found my new family.
You want an encore?
No.
Please, please let me hear it one more time. I'll
And
stop
they
crying.
did it, and they did it again. There is no. And they did it.
All right, let's all gather and go to my mansion. There might be a few doors over there, but we'll all have
Let's do the
glasses of
thing
mead.
that they do in the Thing in Friends or whatever, where
What's this?
where we all walk through the door at the same time.
Oh,
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
I don't get the reference, but sure.
You all open the door and step through sort of the void, and your feet touch stone this time instead of wood. And Hogman and Verkaderk, immediately you guys hit your heads as you are in a bar that is meant for people a lot shorter than you, as you've got to sort of like duck
Ouchie.
down. And you see that it is populated with kobolds and dwarves and goblins, just sort of a lot of little folk just sort of running around. And the sort of realization hits all of you that you're not in Kansas anymore. And for some reason, you guys are... Maybe you're just that blackout drunk, or maybe there is some nefarious thing at play, but you guys cannot help but be in a tavern. And I think that is where we are going to call it for today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will be back next week. Please follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We will give you more definitive dates. We've got some rocky schedules. We've got 2 people in a show. One guy's going to be flying off to the Ukraine in a few days. So everybody, a little round of applause for our little Hogman. He's going to be working in the Ukraine for a little bit.
Ukraine, just Ukraine.
Just Ukraine.
An NDA.
Not the Ukraine.
Yeah,
Ukraine.
Yeah.
The Ukraine sounds like
A scary
The
place.
Ukraine.
he's going to the Ukraine. But again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The VOD should stay up for a few days, and then we're going to be posting it on our YouTube. Again, follow us on Instagram, and we'll give you more updates. Thank you very much, Hogman. I think you can take us out.
Rolling.